battles do become repetitive because you're constantly growing. It depends on how big your dream is. How big is your destiny? Because if your destiny is big, you best get ready for the enemy to be fighting in you.
Shit about building a relationship. At the end of the day, you can't trust no nigga you met yesterday. For real. You can't put your life on line for no nigga you met yesterday, bro.
And then you can come out of the other side knowing fully well that you gave your best and you didn't give up. Never give up. Because when you give up, you allow your prize to be given to somebody else. Take, for example, if you're running a race in life, let's say you're doing a 100-meter sprint. If you were first or second, okay, let's say second, because at first you wouldn't really give up. You'd be like, yes, I got this. Let's say you were like second or third, and the person behind you is catching up to you. Even if you can't beat the person who was in the first position, you can be who was in the third position and get you your silver. Same goes for the person in third place. I mean, you kind of more risky. I mean, there's a good part and there's a bad part to it. The good part is you could sprint past the person who was in second place and go from getting a bronze to a silver. Or you can think about, man, if this person behind me runs, I might not get my bronze no more. Now here's the person in fourth position. That might be you sometimes. There's no way I can get past the person in third. And since I can't get the person in third, I can't get the person in second. And I'm not even going to bother trying to catch up with the person in first place. How about you try beating the person in front of you? Third, you still stand up on that podium, even if it's just for a bronze medal. Even if you can't get silver, try to aim for the bronze. And instead of being a person in bronze who is too consumed by, man, I ain't gonna get that silver. How about you just get your bronze? But get your bronze knowing that that was the best you could do. Because if you can try and get that silver for the second place person to get your bronze, you don't really have no excuse. Our battles are like races in life. If we give up, we never get to see the finish line of the battle. If we don't let go of those relationships, we don't know what freedom looks like. If we don't let go of why me, you will never know why you were used as the example to show how life can turn around. When you understand what long suffering is, you understand that it doesn't just mean two words of to suffer for a long period of time, but it is not just suffering and sitting there for a long period of time, because that is a waste of a time of a battle. Your enemy is locking up his artillery, ready to lock and load. And you are consumed by why me? Why this gotta get me? Why it can't be somebody else? See, I knew this man wasn't real. Man, how you gonna tell me that there's a God out there? How you gonna tell me that there can be brighter days when all I can see is rain? When all I can see is pain? When all I can see is constantly a man using me as a punching bag? Constantly being verbally abused by people who are telling me I can amount to nothing. How can you internalize all of that and decide to stop fighting? Is what I want to know. How can you go through all of that to give up? it's a waste of a battle. So every now and again, if you've been patient, learn how to be kind. If you've been kind, learn how to be peaceful. If you've been peaceful, learn how to be joyful. If you've learned how to be joyful, I'm trying to remember the other fruit of the Spirit that I wrote. Learn how to be faithful. Faithful is a thing of relationships. But stop being so faithful to mankind in being a girlfriend, in being a boyfriend, in being a wife, and being a husband, and being a best friend. And how about being faithful to yourself by being faithful to your purpose? Keep on keeping on. I think the one thing that can stop a man from understanding why he has to finish his battles in life is forgetting that there's a purpose he has to achieve. There's time he has to account for. There are opportunities to be had, but you have to learn the lessons from this battle in order to meet the experience requirements on your resume for that position, for those opportunities. And it's not just resumes on pieces of paper, it's the resume of your life. The resume of your life lessons, your expertise, your experience as a human being, your experience as a woman, as a man, as a boy, as a girl, as a teenager, as an adolescent, as a senior citizen. There are things that you just can't afford to give up on. There are battles that you can't just wish to end. Because if they should end, you'll be full of regret. You'll see somebody else rise up and overcome that battle and take the accolade, take the trophies, and you'll be there like, how come I couldn't? That's if you're still around, because like I said, when we don't constantly learn, we start to die inside. So I may have jumped in thoughts, but I just gave it to you as I felt it today. And I hope this really touches you. I appreciate all of you who watch and who are yet to watch. It's a pleasure to use my voice. And I feel today, before uploading, I had to remember what I wrote in my About Me, because I thought it was overdue. It was overdue. It was overdue for me to update my About Me. And my About Me was the growth of coming out of another battle and realizing that I've learned to strive and to hustle. I'm still going. And I've been there. I'm still alive. You can get through it and still be alive. Just identify your tools in the battle. What tools do you have? And who can help you with more tools in your battle? Say all of that to say this. The blessings in your battles take the form of feeling better, having a victory that you've won, having people that you meet who teach you so much in your journey, having some testimonies, things that you can testify about. When I talk about testimony, it's like feedback that you give back in life. And that feedback helps people know even better. It's like a review. When you give people a review on a product, it makes them more inclined to be whether if she said it's good, then it might be good at all, actually. So what I'll say to you is keep up those reviews, because the blessing in your battle is the review that you give, the review that you have as a perspective on your life. Because if you can constantly review yourself, give a review of, I went through this and I came out of the end, people are going to be very, very inclined to want to carry on in their own lives, and most likely will be like, I need her energy, I need her resilience, I need her ability for that long suffering, that patience, I need her kindness, I need her joy, I need whatever she's got to filter into me. So the blessing is you come out even stronger, boo. Don't you ever give up, because you can get through. You can get to the end. Yes, you can. So until the next upload, I'll see you again. So stay hopeful. Stay away from worries. Stay away from giving up. See you to the end. All right? Much love, Pebbles.